Wedding season, cue the matching dresses, the overpriced gifts, and the chicken dinner that never tastes good. We've all been to the weddings we loved, and we've all been to the weddings that made us swear we'd never RSVP again. Tonight, we're breaking down the do's and the don'ts of a wedding guest, the things that get under your skin, and the stuff couples do that secretly we love. Grab your plus one. Let's talk weddings. Y'all were supposed to sing.
Going to the chapel and we're gonna get married. Going to the chapel and we're gonna get
They're like, and cut.
Tone down.
So we just hosted our first wedding. Now, I've always been on the other side. I've never hosted a wedding before. The girls, my girls, Gracie here tonight, it probably would say, Mom, you don't have, I'm wearing a black heart, or no, it's a black moon, but I have a black heart necklace too. So I'm not like the most compassionate, heartfelt person, right? And so for me to make a magical moment happen, I felt, since y'all told me I couldn't do it, I thought I'm going to do
Ungingified is
it.
how you felt.
And I am ordained,
That's how everyone
just so
feels.
that you know.
Who said
You're
you couldn't
ordained?
do it?
I became ordained. So we're all in one stop now at that wedding venue.
I just hope that you don't tell them not to have children.
No, so I'm past that now. Because
changed that in
I
my
changed
speech.
that. I told so many people that don't have kids. I'm like, but now we don't have
Gracie's
another.
like, hold on, you what?
This is not that episode, ladies. No, I always said, I don't think I was born with the motherly components to mother children. I don't know.
Wow.
I mean, do you feel that?
That's deep.
Do you feel that in your entire 24 years, or we're talking?
Do you feel like
weddings
she's
here.
You know what? You're
motherly?
right. You're right.
Oh.
We'll just agree with you
She's
then.
like, just joking. You're completely right, Mom. I didn't want to say it. I'm glad you did.
I was like, I'm the mom that like makes, like, I'm a problem solver. So if you have a problem, I'm going to solve it. But
I would
mean,
say it's more like tough love.
tough love.
But
yeah.
yeah.
Anyway, so tough love wedding season just can't be that at a wedding, because this is this is someone's special moment of their entire life. Chances are they're going to get divorced, 50% of that. But
We also have a
right
department
now,
for
we
that.
are
Don't
all
put that in your
welcome
promo.
to
No,
my
yes,
mother.
but
Please
all
do
right
not.
now, we believe that this is 100% going to work for your after. I mean, what is that? Forever after.
Oh, they were going to say for your
I
4
thought you
years.
were
I'm
gonna
like,
say for
whoa,
your
you're
fourth
even putting a
marriage.
time frame
Look,
on it.
As a business wedding owner, I'm hoping they get divorced, and so they
I
spread
turn
the love
over.
for
Do
another
you
venue.
do you give
Oh,
them like a 50% off
Yvonne.
coupon if it's their second time
Yes.
around? Oh
yeah,
my god.
totally.
You totally
I'm
should.
totally kidding. I mean, I'm not on the 50% off for their second one, but I don't. Yeah.
No, she's trying
All
to
right.
make more money. So she's like, your second, she's saying as they walk out the door, second marriage is 50% off.
Oh my goodness.
See you in 4 years.
All jokes aside, I did cry when this beautiful bride walked down the wedding. It was really magical. Like, and Gracie was there. She was slapping some drinks out of the bar, making that money, right? It was special, right, Grace?
Yeah, it was really special. I think you actually cried more at a random person's wedding than my own sister's. But yeah, no, I do think that it was a special moment to be a part of. For
Okay.
sure.
All right. So I want to hear from all of you. What do you have a favorite wedding that you attended?
That's a loaded question for me because I was in the wedding industry like you are for years.
Oh,
and
that's
so-
right. You make
Ah.
cakes.
Yeah, I was wedding cakes for 10 years or so. So, I mean, my favorite weddings, if I got to, I was always there before the wedding started and I set the cake up. So, like, my favorite weddings were like the really just like fun looking ones and cool things to look at. Like, I wasn't part of the experience because I wasn't there for that part, but I just like seeing how people did their flowers and what colors they picked. And if it was like, just totally judgmental on the design part. But I mean,
you're
but
an
I also-
artist.
because I'm an
Yes,
artist, right? But I also do love weddings, and some people are always just like, "Oh, we got invited to another wedding," just such a people that don't like to party or go to events like feel that way. But I also just love weddings because I love people and I love going to parties. I don't even care if I know them. Like, invite me to a stranger's
Wedding
wedding, and I'm
crusher.
like, "Woo!"
Those
let's
are the
do it.
best.
I
So,
love plus
yeah,
one.
just go have fun. I mean, the best weddings are the ones that people are on the dance floor dancing, having a good time, talking to strangers, taking picture. It's just a good party.
Celebrating.
Yeah.
Anybody else have a favorite wedding that you attended?
My own. Not because it was like extravagant or like put together oh so amazingly, but because of what it stood for. But I do think it's cool when like they have cool dances or bride and groom have like something, that they choreograph together. Like,
You mean the themed dances that they do?
yeah, I think that's
Really?
so cute. I do. I like it. I think it's adorable.
I just respect it because I feel like you had the
They
most
took the
stressful
time.
day of your life, and now you're going to remember these 600 dance moves in front of a crowd of people, right?
You're going to entertain the people that are here to celebrate your life. Yeah.
Or like the mother-in-laws who get up and start rapping a whole song.
That's
Like-
pretty impressive. I would like to be a part of that.
Like when the crowd
Is that going to be you?
participates.
Are you going to get up and
Maybe
sing?
now. Yes, definitely
I'll
now.
send you some Instagram videos.
But that's gotta feel good if the crowd participates. If like your mother-in-law makes a rap, you'd be like, "Oh, you took the time to do
Yes.
that." Or your friend gives a great speech. I guess that's why like the best man speech is always so special, or the bridesmaids, or anyone that takes time to do something special for you and wishes you well and just adds to your day. I mean that feels good in any situation. So
Right.
All of us have been married except Grace. To be continued on that. But is there anything with your own weddings that you would have changed?
yeah, the wedding.
The person.
I'm just joking, but I'm not. Damn, that's cold. I know, no. And again, I'm the wrong person to ask because A, I'm divorced, and B, I was in the wedding industry, so I was just like, oh gosh, let's just not have a cake because I don't want to make it. Let's just not go through the trouble because I see weddings every weekend. Like I was the anti-wedding because I was so sick of it at that point. So again, I probably shouldn't even be sitting here for this one.
I think it's crazy when people spend an exuberant amount of money that do not have money on their wedding.
For
To
one
me,
day.
I think that that's a little silly. Again, to each his own. But I think like down payment on a house, or I mean, a million other things. Like
Well-
if you have the money and you can just then cool. But like people who literally like they don't
Go into debt for
and
their
they,
wedding.
yes,
Yeah.
that's just crazy.
And a
to
lot of
me.
people, that's why they go elope. Like people will give
Right.
them money to go get married, but be like, just keep it, and then they go elope.
Right.
So
Yeah.
Which will most likely be my way. I've
Well,
seen
now
my
you-
sister do the big wedding. She should have taken that money and ran. That's what I would have done.
I offered to pay her student loans off or for her to get married. Now, a smart person would have took the student loan and then like took that money and made a lower budget wedding, correct? I told her that afterwards and she said, "So can I change my mind?" I'm like, "Nope. That's your 101 business lesson for this year." All right. What's your thoughts on fashion for weddings? Should you wear white?
Oh, the people, not the bride?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, if you're not the bride, you absolutely should not wear white.
Mm-mm.
Absolutely not.
Mm-mm.
I don't think I've
You've
ever
been
thought about
invited for
that.
one job, and your job is to watch the celebration of somebody's love, and they are celebrating wearing a white dress. Your job is not to wear one.
I
And if,
agree.
you,
Yeah.
and if you do, I just flat out think you're disrespectful.
Guest, anybody, correct?
No guest should wear white.
Unless you have a colored wedding dress and you tell everybody else to wear white, which does happen
Yeah.
sometimes. There's
That-
some things.
Ooh, I like that.
Mhm.
Or the black wedding dresses have been a little bit popular
Yeah.
here lately
I
too.
need to
seen
get
that.
on Pinterest more. This is so exciting to me.
well, they're way more interesting
you're
now.
sitting
I
at the
will say, like
stoplight.
they didn't
Yes,
have. They
when
have
I'm first in
hashtags,
line,
they have so
speeding
many
after I've
things
just sped through
now.
a school zone.
So I think at this wedding, I was floored by the guest opinion. Like we had some mouthy guests. They were not in the wedding party. They had just showed up for the free dinner and
Wait, were they invited?
party. They were invited, but they had an opinion, and we actually one of them wrote a review about it. They were complaining about the wedding being late. So the wedding party was running late. So to get her down the aisle, we probably were 15 minutes late. We were not in charge of that. They had a wedding
They
planner.
pushed it back because they pushed it back.
Correct. Like she was running late. They were running late. Obviously,
Wait,
they
I
have been
can't have a
drinking
wedding
since
without
8
the
a.m.
couple.
A guest reviewed their friend's wedding.
Yes.
Wow.
Wow.
I don't think they'd be
right.
my friend
Wow.
anymore.
So then,
Be like, here's the bill for your dinner, a-hole.
right. So they took their pictures. They were doing great. One of the groomsmen decided before they did like their official walk into the music that he would go change into his clothes. Well, the bride wanted him in his tux. So it took 30 minutes for this drunken groomsman to go back into the house, change into his suit, and come back out so that they could do their walk up. Totally got reviewed on that as the venue that it was our fault that they had waited so long. So as a guest, you've been there, but what's your biggest pet peeve that happens at a wedding that you're like, oh my gosh, please come on? Like, is it that you have to wait for your food for the photographer to get done?
I don't like to wait for food.
I mean, I went to a Catholic wedding years and years ago. And when I say that the groomsmen almost passed out because the sermon was so lengthy, all respect to
Up,
the
down,
Catholics that get
kneel,
married
up,
to-
down, kneel.
But it was literally the sermon for the wedding, not the actual
Oh, it's a
wedding.
church service.
It was a full hour. And like literally one of the kids that was in the wedding party was like stumbling from like standing so long. Worst wedding I've ever been to. Worst wedding.
But pet peeves of weddings? Is that what we're
Yeah.
going on here?
Like, did the maid of
played-
honor get too drunk and she like
can that be a
her
pet
speech
peeve?
went on
That's
for 30
exciting.
minutes?
Oh, long speech, yeah.
Passed out
Long
on the front
speech.
lawn of the church.
Or the speech starts with, I probably shouldn't say this, but
This
That's
might
not
be
good.
long, but when we were kids, oh God, where they play the electric slide too many times.
yeah.
Oh, did they do it more than once?
If you're at a bad wedding.
Oh, I guess I've never been at a bad wedding.
No, I haven't either.
At my wedding, my husband's cousin, his wife, and
cousin.
him, maybe, I don't know who all was involved, but it was them. They put confetti in our room everywhere, in the sheets, and confetti's sharp, but not just that, trash. They like crumbled up trash. Like it wasn't like, ooh, rose petals and confetti. It was like balled up trash.
You got
And
trash
confetti.
and glitter.
Yes. And it was like cutting me. And then I'm also like, they better come and clean it because I'm not going to get charged because it stained, it was like colorful glitter. So like it could stain the white sheets and it was all in the bathtub. And yeah, so that part I wasn't so happy about. We laugh about it now because it was so long ago. But like, yeah, I
At the
wasn't
time,
too fond
no.
of that.
I can't think of anything that I have a pet peeve though, like that people do a lot. I mean, I'm
Do
just happy to
you-
be there.
Do you judge a wedding based on the food or the DJ?
No, because everyone
Or the
knows
vibe?
feeding 150 people, it's gonna suck. If it's a sit down dinner, you're getting a cold piece of chicken. I mean, I would never judge anyone on their food just because I know how hard it is to feed so many people.
Right.
And I haven't been to a lot of weddings that they serve you food like as a meal. I've probably only been to 2. I've been to ones that like they just have food up there and you serve yourself, and that's just like what style, like
Buffet.
buffet style. I'm easy.
I've never been a bridesmaid.
You've never been a bridesmaid?
I have
Should
not
you
either.
judge me at
Always
this
a bride?
I've been like 12.
I've been
What?
12 times?
You
12
have too many
bridesmaids?
friends. Oh gosh.
Well, it was in dental school.
What's the movie?
My
How many
friends were getting
dresses?
married, and so yeah.
27 dresses.
27 dresses. You're
one of my
halfway there.
faves.
By the time I got to like the 8th, it was kind of redundant because the same people were going to be bridesmaids for every single wedding.
So y'all just got together and decided to
So
wear
they
the same
just said,
thing.
hey, would you just buy a black dress? So I bought this really nice Ellie Tahari dress, and I wore that for the last
The last hurrah.
4 weddings.
Wow. Now I have a question. If you are invited to a wedding and the bride is more homely, I'm not saying this in a bad way or a judgy way, but like they are not somebody who like goes out of their way to really be fabulous.
Zhuzh it up.
Yeah, to zhuzh it. That's just how they are. do you intentionally dress down so you don't, because you don't want to like take away,
You don't want to
There.
upstage?
yeah.
Must be nice.
Do you take that away from?
No, because
No,
I
I'm
don't
saying
think-
when you're going to a wedding, do you think about that? Not even just as a bridesmaid, but as a person at the
guest.
wedding. Do you think like, okay, I'm obviously not going to try to look the hottest I can look because it is her day? Or are you like, no, I'm going all in and I am going to be fabulous and I don't
would,
care?
Tough one.
I would tone it down. Not,
That's, yeah.
but you can still be classy and still hot. So
Right.
I feel like that's the route you more go instead
Just
of
don't wear the sequins that day.
yeah, no sequins.
white.
white.
Leave the sequins and the white dress at home.
The sequins in the white dress.
But still curl your hair and wear
I
lip gloss.
probably would dress down, knowing. But how do you know that beforehand?
No, I'm saying as a you just know. There's some people who just are not. They may still be at like they're gonna zhuzh it up for their wedding, but they're definitely like that they do not.
You talking about
like
ugly people?
doing. No, I'm just saying not
Simple,
as,
simple like
yes, yeah. No, but you know what I mean.
people that aren't like into glamming it up and
Yeah.
just want like
Right.
natural.
Well,
and-
the
Yeah.
problem you're going to run into if you do glam it up and there's somebody that does not, then there's always going to be that slight disdain for you. And you
Right.
know, at the end of the day, it is their special day, and I think you should be able to take a seat back to be like, okay, this is their day. You
Right.
do your thing.
I
Like,
always take the seat back.
no.
I don't like full glam. I'm more simple.
but you like
So-
you like to be simple.
Yep.
You're still
So
gorgeous,
everyone
by the
know
way.
whenever you come to my
I was
wedding,
about to
whenever
say,
that
so when
may
we
be.
go to your wedding,
Oh, so
leave
sequins.
the
Tone it
sequins at
down.
home.
Sequins and tutus
Pasties
and
that light up and
Exactly.
white.
and white.
My fur
white
coat.
sequins at that.
No, but speaking as somebody that's never been married, I honestly am the type of person, I do not care. I don't give a damn how you show up, what you wear, do whatever.
You do you, boo.
Exactly.
You
That's
were not
how
gonna
I
be a
live.
bridezilla.
So why not live the same way?
But if someone showed up in a white outfit, would you be mad?
I wouldn't be mad, but I know that I would have people coming to fight for me. But
Mm.
I wouldn't care,
I'd care.
to be honest.
I wouldn't
know.
care. But
You
I
said
could,
you wouldn't or
I
you
would.
would?
I would not. But I wouldn't do it at someone's wedding because I know not
I
everyone
wouldn't
is
either.
like me. Or Lord,
Right.
I know not everyone's like me. so.
Agreed.
Totally. Do you think that the weddings put more pressure on the women than it does the men?
Yes.
Yeah. Is that a real sincere
Is
question?
that a real question? Is that fake news?
Well, I think the only way it would not is if you had like a man who's probably
Well,
family.
well, bridesmaids, moms. Okay, it's not saying men, but like, what about the mother of the bride or the bridesmaids? Like, who has the most pressure in the wedding? The bride with everybody?
It totally depends on the bride, I think, because if you're a bridezilla,
Yes,
maid of
you're making
honor.
everyone
you're
else
making
crazy.
yes.
But
for
if you
sure.
have like a crazy mother-in-law, then she's
Uh-huh.
making you crazy. I
Right.
mean, it's like, come on, it's no different on your wedding as it is going to be the rest of your life. I mean,
Yeah.
in your life, who's making you crazy? Guaranteed that person's going to be the same person at your wedding making you crazy. So
Right. They just make it crazy.
they just
Has-
make it a crazy
And have
day.
you
talk
guys
about
been
that.
to a wedding where someone stood up to like stop the wedding?
No.
No,
Have you?
I haven't either.
But do they really say that? Like, do they really make that speech? You would know.
Could
You've
you
been to 8
imagine
weddings.
somebody standing
And
up
the
at any of our
rom-coms, they
weddings?
do.
and
if
saying that?
anyone objects
Could
to
you
this,
imagine
like
somebody standing up at one of our weddings and saying that they'd get knocked. They get knocked the hell out.
I'd be like,
Yeah.
sit the fuck
I could just see it.
down.
Had Melissa had a wedding where we were at it, then I could see the one person stand up, they get tackled by like 10 people and beat the hell beat out of them. Like, you said what? You ain't gonna say that again.
Who are you?
Drag 'em out.
That I mean, I feel like that is one of those things that are like always in movies. But like, I wonder how many people have ever been to an actual wedding where somebody said,
Stop.
Discuss in the comments below.
There you, yeah, there you go. Yeah.
We
So
want
please-
to know the
We
tea.
wanna
So
know,
please,
yeah.
so
We
want the
please, if you
receipts,
listen
the
to
receipts.
If you listen to our podcast, please comment if you have ever had this happen with
If
this
you have it on
story.
video, please send
Video.
it.
We
Extra
want
points
video.
if you can post
You
a
have?
video.
I've had a groom leave 10 minutes before the wedding
What?
What?
at River Landing.
a runaway
footage.
groom.
A runaway.
Runaway
Yeah.
groom? I feel like that's
Runaway
rare.
groom.
I want to make it into a movie.
You
What
should.
about
Wow.
a runaway bride? Anybody have that?
No,
I've never seen one.
Great movie.
but I will tell you in my great marriage advice, one of my really good friends growing up, when her very first marriage, when she went to walk down the aisle, I was a bridesmaid. This is why I wasn't a bridesmaid after this anymore. But I was like, hey, this is not gonna work. Like, we can go get in my car right now. I will tell everybody they need to go home. Like, we can stop this like right this second before we open these doors and you walk down in your white dress. And she's
And
like,
she did it.
she's like, hey, no. She goes and gets married. She was divorced 2 years later. Her next husband.
How long?
To what?
2 years later.
Okay.
So she's now married again. She's been married for like 15 years to her second husband. And he was getting ready, as we were getting ready for the wedding, he walks up to me before the wedding. He goes, are you going to tell her to walk away this time? I go, I like you. They're still married. So
Oh, he knew
How many
about
times
it.
in that 2 years were you like, I told you so?
Yeah.
All
Or
right.
after the 2 years.
Kids or no kids?
Oh, that's like totally like
Personal
What
preference, yeah.
if the bride
Yeah.
requests kidless wedding and
like bring them to the wedding. I thought you
Right.
meant like should people have kids?
I
I'm
did
like,
too. I was
"That's
like,
totally up to them, Yvonne."
I've already
I think if
decided.
you were going to,
so the wedding that was at the farm was no kids allowed.
yeah, if you're going to put that rule out there,
Then you should respect it.
then you have to be okay with people saying, I cannot come to your wedding because I'm not going to leave my kids at home. I think
Right,
if you're
if they
okay
have to
with that,
travel.
but I think where you see the problem is people say no kids, and you got the one family wanting to argue to bring their kids, and then the bride gets ticked off because
Yeah.
you know,
or
they
they
don't wanna
just
show
bring
up.
them.
Like, two things can be okay at the same
Or
time.
they just bring them. I have been to weddings where it's like that, where they say no kids allowed,
And they brought them.
and people bring their kids
I'd be
anyway.
livid.
What happened?
Just
They kicked the kids out.
no, just like, oh my gosh, like, and I'm like, oh.
Well, obviously, the day of, nobody's going to cause problems. And they're gonna be
Right,
like,
because they're
"Oh,
like,
just
I guess-
make it work.
They're just going
Yeah.
to talk about it for years later.
No.
Wedding gifts. Do you bring gift money?
It depends on how well I know them.
Mhm.
Okay. So how well do you have to know them to go to the registry and buy a gift? Years?
Not well.
Months?
To me, that's
Not
less
well.
personal,
less
right? Yeah.
personal.
If I don't know them, then I'm just going to go down their list, pick something, have
Oh.
it sent, totally
So,
hands off.
You're saying if you know
go.
them well, then it's
Like,
money.
If it's work, through work, then I would probably go to the registry and buy a gift.
Nope, me showing up is your gift.
That's true too. You're welcome.
Has anyone not brought a gift to a wedding before?
Absolutely.
Really?
I told you, me showing up is your,
Gracie.
is your gift.
I was the bridesmaid, okay? I didn't even really hang out with the girl. She just chose me, didn't even have a bachelorette. I was like, okay, well, I'm just showing up then. I spent so much money on my bridesmaid's dress. Did not fit, had to get it altered, everything.
Was
so
that ugly yellow one?
the pink blush, it
Oh.
was not pretty. Yeah. But I showed up. I was still there for her. I still did everything, but I did not get a gift for her because I brought her coffee that morning. Does that count?
You were there.
That dress counted.
Exactly.
When I was younger, I didn't like my friends got married. I didn't bring a gift. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know if anyone did. I don't know. I didn't even think about it. I didn't have any money. But I mean, I wasn't going to like bougie ass weddings either, where they were spending thousands of dollars. But now as an
Right.
adult, I mean, yeah. I would
What
get
is
one.
So-
like? Go ahead. I'm
No, I
sorry.
was gonna say, so I'm opposite. So when I was in like early 20s, like I would take money I didn't have to buy people gifts, and they all ended up divorced. So then when I got older, I was like, nope, not wasting my money there. It's me being the gift at the wedding. I'm
What's the
there.
appropriate amount of money now?
Mm.
I think it totally depends on what you have. Because again, living within your means, and as the person inviting you, I think they also know, like, hopefully where you stand, like financially. Like,
To be okay.
even if I have like a kid's birthday party or something, and I want to invite a friend, but I totally don't want them to not come because of having to buy a gift, I'll say, I want your presents, not your presents.
Oh, I like that.
Aw.
You know, because my kids have too much crap anyway, and I step on all their toys. So like, they don't need that. It's the, like we were talking about, the experience is more important, right?
Best wedding song to get people on the dance floor.
Mambo number 5.
I was gonna say YMCA.
Oh, any of the old school
Cupid
like
Shuffle.
dance
I was
gonna
songs.
say
Cupid
Cupid
Shuffle.
Shuffle.
Chicken dance.
Chicken
The
dance.
Macarena.
Yes.
You're under-
Electric slide.
Don't stop
Don't
believing.
stop believing.
Yeah.
Good lord.
Wow.
I was gonna say Sweet Carolina too. Is that
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. Worst wedding trend that needs to die already.
I don't know any wedding
Ooh.
trends.
Waiting to cut the cake. Let's just cut the cake. I want a
It's
fucking
just
piece of
a
cake.
cake.
Let's just eat the cake.
Is it good? Do you? Is it? I'm obviously it's not appropriate, but are you a wedding cake smasher in the face or no?
Well, I didn't have a wedding cake.
Would you have done it?
No, because Tony would escalate quickly.
Yeah,
And I would be like
I would.
upside down in the cake.
Inside the cake.
He
Like,
would
how
want
did
to
we get
no
here?
matter what.
I
He'd be
feel
like, I'm
like the
shoving this up your
bride-
ass,
Yeah.
Melissa.
You're
I feel like the
welcome.
bride has spent so
It's your
much
cake
money on
enema.
her makeup, her hair, her dress.
That'd be,
Yeah.
that'd
It's
be a hard
just-
no.
Yeah.
We'll continue this
Casey
later.
did not
Hold that for
know
me.
that that existed. He did not know that was a
He
thing.
smashed
To
cake in your
smash
face?
cake.
He did not know that that was a thing that people did. So when I shoved it in his mouth, I wasn't like abusive. I didn't like put it all over him,
Sure.
but I kind of smushed it in his mouth, like on his, and he was just like, he was just so taken aback. And I was like, it's like a thing. That's like a thing people do. And he's like, who? Who does that? Like I'm like,
I would
but
love
then-
to see that footage.
but isn't that crazy? Like, you don't know what you don't know, though. And I forget sometimes with guys, like they're
That
not
they don't know
watching all
wedding
these
stuff,
little
right.
wedding movies and stuff as they're growing up. I have a funny story about that too with my son, CJ. When he went to his first school dance, mind you, COVID was his middle school years, so they didn't have school dances. And like that's when you see like everybody does like the whole like mummy dance.
Frankenstein
Make
dance.
room for Jesus, you know? And then he goes to his first high school one. And I said something about, so how did it go? Did you dance with the girl? Blah, blah, blah. And he was like, well, yeah, but she kind of got weirded out because he started trying to like waltz. And I was like, oh no. I just never thought that I had to teach him that because as women, you see that on girly teen TV shows and romance
Well, where did
stuff.
he see the waltz? Show me where he learned how to waltz during COVID. What did you do in your household?
That's a good question.
And
Well,
then-
and
and
then
then there was
teeny
probably-
bopper things. He's seen like the Titanic, maybe.
There was probably
I don't
like
know,
some
maybe
little
not.
teenage girl like trying to use him as the pole, and he was like, "What do I do with my hands? What do I do with my hands?
Make room for Jesus. Make,
Make
room
room
for
for
Jesus.
There is no room for Jesus."
No, but I was just like, wow, epic fail as a mom. Like I didn't think about like that because like the things that you think that they know, but like how do they know without
I
you
mean, he
telling
has
them?
seen you twerk how many times? He should have known a
Thank
little.
God
Twerk.
he didn't twerk.
He does not see me twerk.
We've seen you.
He
twerk
would
it.
run away as fast as he could at the thought of it. Even you just saying that like would probably
Cringed him.
Yeah.
I
Plus-
I
oh.
do have one for the wedding traditions that should end is the garland on the leg and they go up garter. Wherever they go up
Garland.
underneath.
You can put garland
I've
on, but
never
most
been
people
married.
put
Sale at
garter.
Hobby Lobby
but-
for 50% off.
Whenever the groom, they go
50%
up
off.
there and they retrieve it with their mouths. And whenever you've been sweaty, and then the whole family's just watching, something about it just seems so.
I did not do
Yeah,
that.
Inappropriate.
That's
yeah.
pretty old fashioned.
I don't
It
want to
is.
see
That's
that,
an
so
old
I don't think
tradition.
that my parents would or grandparents.
Mom?
or,
I witnessed her boyfriend doing it to her after you caught the garter
he
and
caught it. I
oh,
caught
and
the
he had to
bouquet.
put it on
Bouquet.
her leg.
Yeah, and
He had to do like a little sexy lap dance on me, and I was so uncomfortable. But yeah, moral of the story, I don't think that should be carried on.
That would make me uncomfortable too. I did not do that.
Yeah.
Did you do that, Hoff?
I didn't even tell anybody that any of us that
Like,
you're
Hope
getting
Farley wasn't
married.
wearing any underwear.
No, I wasn't wearing any underwear.
I had a feeling.
for your wedding.
I'm not gonna say.
You don't have to.
She's like,
Mom
no.
was not wearing
She's like, no,
underwear
I
for
just
our
meant
wedding.
right now.
She was not wearing underwear.
She's like, no, I just mean
Well,
right
most
now.
of my guests weren't even wearing any clothes either. So
This was
She
at
was at
Burning
Burning
Man.
Man.
She
Yeah,
got
that's
married
where
at
the
Burning Man.
cheetah G-string and the fur coat comes in.
That's right.
Love.
Final comments. Wedding. I guess just have a memorable moment. It's actually about the couple, correct?
It's about the
Right.
marriage, not the wedding.
It's
Right.
so true.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing I learned right off the bat was whenever I started telling people is immediately you have to do this, this, and this, and you have to know to just no. I'm gonna do it the way I want to do it.
Yeah, and don't be a judgy guest. It's not your
Mhm.
day.
It's not your day to
Right.
judge.
That's so crazy to me.
So
That is crazy.
and don't write a venue review
Yeah.
by a
Unless
guest.
you
To be
know for
fair-
a fact,
Yeah,
like everybody shows up and the venue's closed,
correct.
and you can't get in. Period.
Now, to
And they're
be
not
fair,
there.
with that guest that commented those mean things, I looked through, I did a little stalking. He had disliked Hardee's, McDonald's, Subway, American
He's an angry
Airlines.
elf.
He is just
Well,
terrorizing
he's angry,
people.
angry
So
because he eats
yeah,
fast
so
food.
I told her, I said, do not take it to heart. He's just that type of person. So, and he said nothing that was vindictive towards the actual venue itself, other than it was hot.
I mean, we can find
It's
out some
80 degrees
information
in
about him.
summertime. What'd you expect?
we
Right.
can find
Lucky
some
if it was
information
only
out about
80.
him.
Good lord.
Exactly.
We need
Right.
to. I had wrote up a whole keyboard thing, and then I put my response in chat and said, could you please make that more compassionate and compelling? And chat, thank God for chat. Made it sound professional. That was good.
I do that often. Please make this sound like I don't sound like an asshole. I swear to God, I do it every day.
Catch the red flags before you walk down the aisle
Mhm.
so that we can get this divorce rate lowered.
Down. Love is blind, but that's not love. That's lust. Lust is blind.
Till the next time when you got all the hot topics and our unsolicited opinions on. Check us out on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. And if you are looking for that special venue, bnbfarms.com.
Leaving bad reviews is not allowed. Just so
I
you know.
will hunt down. I will find you. I will find you.
If you won't, I will. And we're off.
You're like the
Cough.
redhead on Wedding Crashers.
That's right.
Because I'll find you.
Oh, God. Oh, no.